Coming up, one Canadian teen learns the effects of vaping the hard way. And later, it's turkey time. See how Iowa students are spending the holiday.
Hoops and a pregame show. Does it get any better? Stick around for sports.
It shouldn't take an expert to tell you it's a beautiful day in Iowa City, so that's why I'm here. Stay tuned for weather for more.
All that and more coming up on this Friday morning edition of DITV News. Don't go anywhere. DITV News starts right now. Good morning and thank you for tuning in. I'm Bailey Chihan. A teenager from Ontario was put on life support due to a lung disease that closely resembles popcorn lung. Popcorn lung is typically seen in factory workers that inhale chemical used to make butter flavoring. The teen had been using flavored e-cigarettes with added THC. After months of daily use, he was admitted into a hospital in Ontario. He was placed on a ventilator and required incubation. Eventually, he was placed on a higher level of life support and given a tracheostomy. The dangerous chemical used to create butter flavoring, diacetyl, is often found in e-cigarette flavors, meaning many teen vapors may be affected by popcorn lung. The American Lung Association is pressuring the FDA to ban diacetyl and other dangerous chemicals in e-cigarette cartridges. I'm curious to see what the weather will be like when I travel home later today, so let's toss it over to Kate in the weather studio.
Well, Bailey, it's going to be a great day in Iowa City. The sun is out and the temperatures will reach 39 today. In my opinion, it is the perfect weather leading up right before Thanksgiving, where I'll be leaving town after today to go home and spend time with my family. It will be cloudy and a low of 26 tonight, but let's take a peek into the weekend for the final Iowa football game, where we will reach a high of 45 for the last home game, and skies will be partly cloudy and temperatures will drop to 29 in the evening. Temperatures will warm up to 50 on Sunday, and it should be a good day to do some yard work before it snows again. Looking ahead to Monday, temperatures will stay around the high 40s and skies will be partly cloudy. Finally, Tuesday brings a 40% chance of rain and a high of 41. Enjoy the nice weather, Iowa City, and have a happy holiday.
Thanksgiving is less than a week away, and it's safe to say that students are excited. DITV reporter Emily Callahan decided to find out how the student body is celebrating and what they're thankful for.
This Wednesday, Housing and Dining kicked off the Thanksgiving season with their annual Battle of the Chefs. Students had the opportunity to try samples from each of the chefs' kitchens and vote for their favorites. And in light of that Thanksgiving spirit, Hawks had a lot to be thankful for.
I'm thankful that it's my senior year. I've had a lot of time at Iowa, and it's been a blast, and I've learned a lot. I'm thankful finally getting to go home and see my family, and I'm thankful we're not in the middle of a polar vortex right now.
I'm mostly thankful for family, obviously, and then I'm thankful for getting a great education at this university here.
I'm thankful for my new friends and my family.
But even with all the fall cheer on campus, students are excited to get back home. What are you most excited about doing over the break?
Probably just making food with my mom because it's super fun. Sleep. Oh my gosh, definitely sleep.
Seeing my family,
Yeah.
my dog.
Having my own room, definitely.
But on one thing, students were unified. What's your favorite Thanksgiving dish?
Ooh, that's a toughie. I gotta go with mashed potatoes.
Ooh, mashed potatoes.
Mashed potatoes, yeah.
I like stuffing and I like mashed potatoes.
Probably sweet potato mashed potatoes.
Mashed potatoes. Yes.
Students across campus are clearly excited heading into fall break, and Hawks know they have a lot to be thankful for this Thanksgiving. Reporting from the University of Iowa, Emily Callahan, DITV News.
This week's kid captain is 6-year-old Jeg Wheats. Jeg was diagnosed with Niemann-Pick disease, or NPC. NPC is a rare progressive genetic disorder that causes the accumulation of cholesterol in parts of the body. The average life expectancy of a child diagnosed with NPC is 10 years. Jeg is currently receiving an experimental drug at a hospital in Chicago. The drug shows a lot of promise for slowing down the disease, giving Jeg's mother, Jenna Wheats, hope that science will catch up and provide more treatment options. Jenna states that Kid Captain is a great way to spread awareness of NPC, and we can't wait to see Jeg tomorrow at Kinnick. It's time for the last pregame show of the season, so let's toss it over to sports.
Well, thank you, Bailey. It's another edition of DITV's pregame show, and in fact, it's the last one of the season. And luckily for me, John and Kate aren't here to ruin all the fun. But before the pregame fun begins, let's start with men's basketball as the Hawks hosted North Florida last night. The Hawks relied on their big man Luka Garza, who was able to record a double-double on the night, finishing with 29 points and 12 rebounds. But Luka wasn't the only Hawkeye balling out. Freshman guard Joe Toussaint had a no-look pass here to set up Ryan Creener for the easy bucket. The Hawks would go on to win comfortably, 83-68.
I think my teammates are doing a great job putting me in great positions. I think I'm just trying to finish when I get the ball. I think I've been doing pretty decent jobs. I think there's a lot of things I can improve on, especially free throw shooter. Something I'm going to continue to focus on. I think I've been doing a pretty decent job.
The Hawks will have one more game in Carver on Sunday before they head to Nevada for the Continental Tire Las Vegas Invitational. All right, boys and girls, it's football time. Tomorrow, the Hawkeyes face the Fighting Illini, who have won 3 or more games for the last time since 2011. But maybe more importantly, it's senior day, and head coach Kirk Ferentz knows it's a bittersweet day.
We recognize 19 seniors. It's always a bittersweet day for everybody involved. But 19 seniors will be out there on Saturday, before the game, being recognized with their families. So, it's always a special thing. And just as always, have such respect for the guys that run the entire race, that stay here and fight through the adversity they go through, whether it's academically, injury-wise, all the things that are challenging.
And one of those 19 seniors is 3-year starting quarterback Nate Stanley. And while he knows tomorrow is special, he knows it's not the end.
Well, hopefully I'm able to continue to play. Thankfully we have another game after this. So, it's going to be a little bit different knowing that it's my last game in Kinnick. But at the same time, I know that we have a couple more games to play.
The Hawks will look to send Stanley and company off with the win as their final game in Kinnick. Well, that will be easier said than done. Illinois is a red-hot team. They won their last 4 games and have a win against Wisconsin on their resume. Lovie Smith has turned the program on its head with positive results, and the Hawkeyes know this matchup will be a tough test with this type of Illinois team.
They're a good football team, and they've proven that. They take care of the football. They get the football out, and they play extremely hard regardless of the situation. And it's going to be a 60-minute game, and a good football team is coming to Kinnick trying to beat us. So we're going to have to show up ready to play.
From the offensive line, what I've been watching, they move real well. They got good feet and everything. So, and they added a couple guys in there. So, just seeing what they run the ball real well if you let them. So we got to stop the run and stop the pass. So, third downs, get off the field.
As this all shows, Illinois is no slouch. So now it's time for my prediction. I think Iowa will have a great game on both sides of the ball, with this being their last home game of the season. And Iowa will win this one 24-14. Well, I think this pregame show has been a lot better with just me, but unfortunately, it's the last one of the season. Bailey, take it away.
Thank you. Baby the panda left his home on the Smithsonian National Zoo for a trip of a lifetime on Tuesday. Bebe was relocated due to a U.S.-China relations panda diplomacy that requires all giant panda cubs born at the Smithsonian National Zoo to relocate to China when they are 4 years old. Bebe began his 16-hour flight Tuesday on his own Boeing 777F private plane dubbed the Panda Express. To provide in-flight entertainment, the Smithsonian asked for song submissions for what they called Bebe's mixtape. The plane was stocked with 66 pounds of bamboo snacks and water for Bebe's flight. And that's all we have for you today on this Friday morning edition of DITV News. Be sure to head over to dailyiowan.com for all the latest news between Monday and Friday. And if that isn't enough of the Daily Iowan for you, be sure to check out our print edition of the news on stands now. For DITV News, I'm Bailey Chihan. We'll see you after break, Iowa City.